It's Sunday morning and we're all excited. Someone has got the idea that we will go to raid McAssey's orchard. We hurry home from second mass and gulp down the dinner. In the meantime, word has got out to all our pals that a trip is being planned. It's amazing how the news spreads so fast. There are hordes of children in our area, half a dozen or so in most houses, so I think there will be 20 or so making the trip today. A few of us bigger fellas are trying to keep the trip a secret from the smaller ones, but I see some of them have managed to come along, and I think it won't be too long until we have trouble with them. The first of us into the orchard rushed for the eating apples, and we get the smaller kids to hold the sacks open, and we pick the good ones off the ground. There is a bit of tension in the air as we scramble to fill the bags in case the owners show up. We post little Willie Clark to watch the lane for signs of anybody coming, but he comes back crying because he is missing the action. Everyone is rushing to fill the sacks to get out of here as fast as possible. A fight breaks out between Pugsy and Manzi over which of them owns the bag of eating apples. They have a right good boxing match going, shouting and screaming, and order is only restored when Big Paddy Birmingham, who is much bigger than the rest of us, says that he will beat the lard out of them unless they stop shouting. It doesn't take too long to fill the sacks, and we start off for home with the apples slung over our shoulders. On the way back we picked the last of the blackberries and ate them on the spot as we were getting hungry now. We don't delay too long, however, as the smell and taste of apple tart is already in the air and we want to get home as fast as possible. As soon as we get back, my mother makes a cake with apples, puts it on the open fire, and we all sit around waiting for it to be cooked and cool down under a tea cloth. The cooling seems to be taking forever, but eventually my mother announces that it is ready, and we all climb onto the chairs with our elbows on the table and wait in anticipation. My father sits in and eats his big slice and reminds us that he will pay for his indulgence later when he gets what he calls a billis attack and has to resort to the bread soda or the milk of magnesia. My mother is sitting at the end of the table, brimming with pride as she doles out the juicy slices piled with sugar and is revelling in being able to give us a treat.